Can you see my screen? Ooh, can can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, when you go into Canvas now for my class, you should only see this unit right here that I'm showing up. Is that the case?
Hmm.
Okay. I went back and changed all the due dates for everything that dealt with this unit to today. So if you haven't done things in this unit, because I wanted this unit to all be on this new 9 weeks that we're starting. So you'll need to start back up here and slowly work your way, or not too slowly, but get down to where we are for today. So we started with ATP, and some of these you may have already done. I can't remember when we were back in class if you were there or not. So you've got the video on ATP. You've got a web quest with some questions to answer about ATP. There was a video um, on cellular respiration and an animation. And then we spent another day, another time on that. And a lot of this may have spread on through Wednesday. And then we had a video on fermentation. There was a virtual lab, and then there was a Google Meet. So if you missed this Google Meet last week on Wednesday, you would need to go here and listen to it, because I went over some of the things here. I think we may have talked some about respiration, reviewed that, um, and mentioned a little bit about the yeast lab. This is a makeup assignment for if you did not attend the Google Meet. And then Thursday, here's my Google Meet recording again. And here's the makeup lesson. This lesson went on with, dealt with photosynthesis, I believe. And I reviewed some things in it. Um, and then I put some Kahoots up here, because right here was a quiz on cellular respiration. And so,
I did the Kahoot.
okay. The quiz here goes to a different thing. It goes to a program called Quizzes, and you have to, if it asks you to log in, you would log in with your school Gmail or Google, email account. If it doesn't, it may just have you put your name on there. I can't remember how I set it up. It's my first time using it. I know I've had at least one student use it, and or no, two, and they were able to get in it. Um, and that just is a little quiz that will use this right, use the Kahoots informations. Is a good review there. And then this quiz is actually, I have it unlimited, so you could take it more than one time if you wanted to. And then there's the video on photosynthesis. Now, this little introduction here, we're doing something called October is Red Ribbon Month, and it's supposed to be for drug awareness and bully awareness. And on Fridays, you will have a little short video that you will have to watch and put a discussion response for. And so this is sort of the introduction one. And so this Friday, there'll be another one that is posted for you to do. Friday, there was nothing because it was a work day for us to get grades done. And then today we're picking up here. So I mainly wanted to spend not really instructing new material, but I wanted to spend time um, reviewing what needs to be done for this unit, because after we get through with photosynthesis, we're going to look at how photosynthesis and respiration kind of work together and review, and then it'll be test time. So I don't know what all you've gotten done. meant to look before I got on to see what students have done. But this is kind of what you need to work on today and a little bit each day until you get these things caught up because this starts the new 9 weeks.
Okay.
And I wanted to see, and I think I have to go this way because of how I'm presenting it. Um, so I'm going to click here. And do you see, did a new screen open up for you where I'm presenting?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So just like before, there is places down here for you to type in. And so this is an animation and it should take you step by step. And I'm trying to remember. So, for example, here, when you're watching it, this diagram should show up and you just fill in what you see on that screen in those boxes. This fill in the blank, it should be right there in the animation. This picture would show up too. Here's a word box, but it should show up where you would then fill it in. And if it's not filled in on the picture, these words would have been said verbally. So you may have to replay it a couple times to fill in those boxes. Um, then it's going to go to the leaf structure. And here you would just draw when it says draw how carbon dioxide gets out of the leaf. Look and see where it shows you in the animation and just get your drawing tool and draw an arrow for how it would leave, how oxygen would get out, maybe a different color arrow if it's the same spot. Label the name of the structure through which these gases pass. It should tell you what that is. Um, and I'm trying to think here, chloroplast. They'll go through a part 4, and then after part 4, it will keep going. But notice right here it says stop the video once you answer the questions above. The other stuff gets more complicated, and we're not going to do get that detailed. So after you do this part 4, you don't have to continue with the animation. So I'm going to see if I can get the animation to play in this screen or if it's going to open in a. Can you see the animation or did it disappear?
It's still on there.
No, I mean, you're seeing Canvas or are you seeing a new page?
I see canvas.
Okay, that's what I was afraid of. So give me just a minute. Copy. Let me go back here. And I'm going to come up here and paste this. All right, now do you see a new page?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so where it says play animation, this is where you're going to click. And of course, I guess it went into a new, give me a minute. If I choose to present more than just one tab, it's really small and hard for you to see on your end. So give me a minute. All right, now do you see it loading?
Mhm.
All right, so you'll just say start. And then as,
Almost all life on Earth is solar powered. Plants, algae, and some bacteria
and so
capture
you'll
light
just,
energy from the sun and convert it to chemical energy in a series of reactions called photosynthesis. These organisms produce carbohydrates from simple building blocks like water and carbon dioxide from the environment, and in the process, they release oxygen. Photosynthesis nourishes.
so I think that was one of the pictures that you would need to fill in. I can't switch back and forth because of how I've got this set up. But see how I just paused it down here? You could type in what you needed and you could keep going um, as you go. But remember to stop after um, the chloroplast section. because we're not going to get into the other details. So that's what is technically the assignment for today. I'm going to back up and get back to Canvas. Um, right here. So, well, that's right. It won't let me back up past that. So that's what you work on today. But remember, as soon as it loads, if you haven't done these other things, especially the ATP and the cellular respiration and fermentation stuff, you need to do that before you take that little quiz that's right here. Okay?
Yeah.
Turn this back up. So, do you know what you've completed on here?
I was there for everything. I was there the whole week to do everything.
Okay, so you did everything. I just if I click on it over here, it shows too much. So I want to are you still you're not seeing a second Google thing, are you? You just seeing everything like I had it before, right?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm going to go in and just see if there's anything that real quick that you need to make up. I was hoping others would pop in and they are not, and that upsets me. Um when we're finished, I will upload this video, but you will never see the assignment unless you miss a day. So, like, you've gone back and I see that you did the 1014 assignment. I'm not seeing anything show up for the photosynthesis video. Um, and the October 15th assignment, you should see a thing for that. But I've got your lab, the virtual lab, your ATP, your cellular respiration. I got to get grading. Um, don't see the video fermentation, so you may make note of that. Video respiration, nor the ATP web quest. So you just have, if you'll go back up, you just need to work on this right here. The let me see, fermentation video, which is down here. Um, the lab you have in. Why isn't my and the video on photosynthesis? And you've got this quiz which I can't it doesn't link into Canvas, so I'll have to go into it separately. But let me go trying to see here if is that the yeah, animation. Okay, I've got your animation. I just got to get these graded. All right, so it looks like it's just the ATP web quest right here and the fermentation video, the quiz if you haven't done it down here, and then the photosynthesis video. Now, I would do the quiz and the photosynthesis video before you do today's assignment, especially the photosynthesis video, because that'll help you with this right here. Also, if you go back and listen to what I recorded on Thursday, because I talked about photosynthesis, and that may help as well. All right, and I'll be working on getting that stuff graded for this week. And it right now in Canvas, until they turn something off, the grade is supposed to be reset back to like not showing last semester's grades. or I mean last quarter's grades. I don't think they've turned that switch yet. So um, the grade in Canvas may not be accurate as to what you're doing for this 9 weeks. As soon as the tech guy switches that over, um, your grade will demonstrate just the stuff for this 9 weeks. Does that
Okay.
make sense? Right now, I'm thinking you are just seeing, or you're seeing a average that's going to be last quarter's average, because I haven't graded anything in this quarter other than those self-graded videos. And so that may even not match what your quarter grade is, because it shouldn't, it's putting it all together right now, is what I'm trying to say. So there's something the tech guy has to do to get that straightened out. So when I move things into Power School, it will go correctly. It's just you have to depend on Power School right now for your average until that gets fixed. All right, let's see. Did anybody else join us? I don't think so. Was there anything in this new unit that you need help with or you would like? Um, I will open up right here so you can see the ATP web quest here. Um, so all you're going to do is you're going to go on this site here, and this one, because it highlights in yellow, will let you click on it. You will
Mhm.
click there, and you will answer those 4 questions using that website. Then you will click here, and this is was supposed to be an animation, but it wouldn't work on the computer, so I found it on YouTube. You'll
I
watch that and answer these questions, and that's it
see. I
for that.
started it. I just didn't finish it.
Okay. So that's all you have to do on that one. And it's not going to let me go back. So let me go back here. And it's going to be slow. And so then you have just the videos. So do the fermentation video. And
Wait,
I don't
wait.
know if the Cahoots are still available or not. I may have to reset it again. Um, but after you do the fermentation video, go ahead and do this quiz. And I can't really, when I open it, it looks different on my end than your end. So it may ask, if by some chance if it asks for something other than your school email or your name, it may ask for a parent email. You can just stick your school email in for that. It doesn't have to be a parent email.
Okay.
Um, so once you've done that, go ahead and watch the photosynthesis video and then start on this animation.
I will do.
And and as long as you stay up with everything that we're doing, you will be um, good for the second 9 weeks. I would aim for, because we've got to you have to take the end of course exam unless they change that. But right now, you're required to take the end of course exam, and it will be 20% of your grade. And so you have to go into the final exam passing, and the higher you are, the better, because that has to be it'll be 20% of your grade. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So you want to do as much possible, um, get your grade up as high as possible this 9 weeks, um, to go in with a pretty high grade. And don't forget to peep at that introduction thing, but if you want to wait and do that later, that's not a have to. I'll probably go in and everybody that participated, I will give you extra credit for it. All right. Do you have any questions?
Not yet. But how are you gonna come back on?
I'm trying to think. Today is Monday. Um, I may pop back on at 2 o'clock.
Okay, that'll work.
So I don't have it on my calendar, so I hope I remember. Um, do you have, if you go, do you have a phone?
I got one right beside me.
Huh?
I have one beside me.
Okay, well, if you go to home screen and go to um crud, I took it off. Let me go here and then you can, because you can see it here. At the beginning of the year, the first week, I wanted folks to, right here. If you join the Remind class, our class for Remind, you can text me. So if you can see that, you would text right here. So for the number, you would put in your phone um, 81010. And then for the message, you would put at the number 2, Noel class, all written together. And you would join my Remind class. And then you can use that to text me. And if I'm not on at 2 o'clock, you can send me a message and I will pop on.
Okay.
So with Remind here, I never see your number. Now at the bottom of my email, there is a number you can text me, but when you text me on that, I see your phone number, and I know some students don't like to share their phone number, so either one will work. But this one hides your phone number, if that makes sense.
I I I, mm, I get it. I think yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to use this, you just text. Um, and if you sign up for it and I see it, I can send you a message and you can just reply back and forth to the message I send. If you there's an app for it if you want to get the app, but you don't have to get the app. You can do it pure texting. So you would do this option right here. So 81010, and then you would just the message would be at to Noel class, and that would get you in, and then that pops up better on my phone than email. So if you did need me, you could get a hold of me quicker that way.
Okay.
Okay. So if you want to do that real quick before I sign off and you don't see it, since I have it kind of hidden now, I may need to change that. Just going to go in and see. Oop, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. And so you can even text me questions and I can respond back. Um, and I need to use it more. So I have 4, 5. I have 5 of you guys already in here. So I need to use it more. Are you able to get it to work?
Um, it's it say it's loading.
Huh?
It's loading.
Are you getting the app or are you texting me?
It said it's sent, but it's still loading.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording part right now because no need to have that on there. Um,